Hello and welcome to my front porch. So I'm going to answer a question, at least for myself, and I'd like to hear what you think in the comments below about, is it worth it to buy or rent it if you're trying to be a minimalist? That could be about a lot of different topics, but today I'm going to talk about my new Bissell carpet cleaner. So obviously some of the considerations you'll want to make are cost. Do you have enough money? How frequently will you be using this product? Especially if you have little kids. Now, I don't let my kids eat in the carpeted areas, so that keeps my carpet cleaner, but maybe you do. Maybe it's in your dining room and you can't change that right now. I felt like this was a good investment for me because I'm going to be keeping this carpet during my kids' childhood. My oldest is 10 years old and my youngest is 18 months, so we're not replacing the carpet anytime soon. So for me, this was definitely a money-saving option. Even if this was something I didn't want to keep around in the long run, which it totally is, the cost of doing it myself versus hiring someone, I think we had our carpets cleaned once before and it was several $100s. So it wasn't that expensive, even with the solution, and it just took my time. So after cost is storage. Do you have a place to store this? If you're trying to do itty bitty house living, this isn't gonna work for you. So besides price, one thing that you will probably want to consider is mental load. So for me, with ADHD tendencies, the idea of having to go to a store to rent a carpet cleaner or even borrowing from a friend is not that appealing because I have trouble with deadlines. And the task of getting something back, even like library books, is kind of challenging for me. So that's not something that would decrease my mental load. I would rather manage the tool in my home. And I like the spur of the moment, so I like the ability to have a tool at my fingertips at any time. I also like to loan it to other people. Even though I'm trying to be a minimalist and not get things like tools and stuff, I have been borrowing from my dad like mad. The pressure washer he had, and I just pressure washed my porch, and so it's so much more beautiful. Makes me happy. So that being said, what do you think? Write in the comments below if you think it's a good idea to own versus rent, and put pros or cons. And definitely share your thoughts below because we're all at different stages and abilities and clutter thresholds. So maybe you have a high need to keep things out of your house. Maybe you have a smaller house than I do. I have a guest closet that I can just stash this into. So there are lots of things to consider, but these were just some thoughts I thought I'd share with you, as I just really enjoyed my new tool. It's very addicting. Like, do you ever watch those cleaning shows and you're just like before and after, like hoarders? I love it. So that's why I enjoy getting stains out of things easily, and yeah, I don't know, I feel powerful. I feel like I'm accomplished. I'm really pleased with it. It's a small enough piece that I can handle it easily. Now you can get one of those massive, giant carpet cleaners from sometimes like Dollar General, you can rent it there, or Walmart or Lowe's. That's always intimidating to me. First of all, how do you lift it into your vehicle? What if you have back problems, that kind of thing? And it wasn't too hard to figure out, so I appreciated that about it. It was intimidating for a while to get myself, I actually had my husband help me get it out. I do have one con that I'd like to share with you at the end, but I want to show you what it can do. This wasn't very expensive. I'll try to get the link for you below, but I just use it in my entire living room, my blue room as I call it, and that carpet was 20 years old and it had a lot of stains, and I should have videoed all the stains, but basically anywhere that you would have walked and had, like the previous owners, they would have parties and people would be walking around with coffee and tea. This is the room that I just did, and it had so many stains. It was like a path of stains anywhere. They had different carpet organization that I did, but there were, I don't know, at least a dozen stains or more. Several back there, I got them. So I'm extremely pleased. I myself accidentally spilled a cup of tea in front of one of my rockers in my library. That was where I had my stain, right in front of that rocker, and you can't see it anymore. And then I just did a spot there and this spot over there. So I had to get that out. So it was just really fun to go hunting around my place for different stains. And now I want to show you some carpet that matches the stair treads. Let me show you. Well, it's got my kids' clothes on it, but so this carpet is my entryway carpet, and I kind of want it to look nice still. I kind of want to keep it going, but it's pretty dingy, especially where people walk in. So I'm going to show you what it looks like now and how it works. This is the clean water with some, it shows you where to fill it, where's the thing? Shows you where to fill it up with the water, and then the formula. And when you buy it, it comes with a formula, but it's also easy to buy the formula. Other kinds you can just pop on the top, but I got the fill kind. And that's where you release it to make it lean back. And so you do 2 passes with squishing down on the trigger, pushing down on the trigger. So you go forward and back, holding it down, and then you go forward and back and suck it up. So I'm gonna just go for it. Gotta turn it on. Wow, that is a lot of dirt getting sucked up on the very first pass. Can you see it's like turning at least 2 or 3 shades lighter? I'm impressed. Isn't that amazing, the difference? Of course, I do need to get the little linties off, but I am so thrilled with it. And you can see it just got a ton of muck. So I can show you how you empty it actually. So you grab this little push down on it, easy peasy. It's got a nice handle there, and you just pull up this flap thing and pour it out, and it's nasty stuff. I won't pour it in my flower bed, I'll pour it elsewhere, but, and then this, like I said, is how you fill it. It also comes out pretty easy. Oh, and it's an upholstery cleaner too, so I think that's awesome. So first I lift this up and put this in. So this has a nozzle sprayer thing too. Remember that marketplace chair from a few videos ago that was not as new as advertised? Well, it still had some dingy spots, so I used the upholstery cleaner for the first time on it, and although I had vacuumed it previously, it still looked kind of dusty and dingy. So here I am getting all the dust out of the crevices, and I think it did a really good job, and it's just kind of fun to see the dirt get sucked up through the clear viewer. And you can see underneath the cushion that was also a dust collecting spot. The solution that I'm using to clean this was included with the carpet cleaner and upholstery cleaner, and it was just the Bissell disinfecting one, but there's ones that are more for deeper set stains, which I probably should have used on my carpet, but this is what I had at the time. So do you see that puddle? That is just while that was sitting there, so that's not ideal. If you have a wood floor like me, you really don't want it getting wet like that, so definitely be aware of that. Storing it, you'd want like a boot tray or something. And I think I read some reviews where that was the case some of the time. So I don't know if this would happen with any carpet cleaner, but can you see that right there? See the little, like, picked up some of the carpet fuzzies. I don't know what you call it. So I think that it kind of, you know, kind of gets, I mean, it has to get into the carpet to clean it well, so. But you will have to go back and just like pick that up once it dries. But I'm not gonna walk on my nice clean carpet, but I'm so happy with it. Oh, I'll show you another room. This had some pretty bad stains. Maybe there's a little bit remaining, but there was a big blotch there, a big blotch there, and a big blotch over there. And what I'm seeing now is just shadow. So I cleaned that way, like the big L shape. I'm so pleased with it. If you like this video, would you be sure to give it a thumbs up? Click subscribe below if you haven't already. I try to post a new video every weekend talking about reducing overwhelm to live more intentionally and creatively. YouTube thinks you'd enjoy this video, and I think you might enjoy this playlist. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.